Woman finds a box by the road and fears the worst after seeing what's inside. Usually, finding stuff on the streets is somewhat exciting. Most of the time, people are lucky enough to find some cash lying around on the floor. However, from time to time, there are situations in which finding something on the streets provokes an unpleasant feeling. And that's exactly what happened to a shelter worker named Megan Lynch. Lynch, who has dedicated her life to caring for animals, was walking nearby the shelter where she's an employee when she spotted a cardboard box a few meters from where she was. At first sight, one could have thought it was just a simple box someone decided to throw away. Lynch, however, had a feeling there was something off. So it was with some apprehension that she got closer and opened the case. But after doing so, the heartbreaking image of an abandoned dog in a poor state touched her heart. Nevertheless, such a delicate situation wasn't going to stop the shelter worker from helping the poor little dog. After all, she did love the animals. In fact, during the past 5 years, Lynch has volunteered with a rescue group called the Associated Humane Society, or AHS. Such a group, which is based in Tinton Falls, New Jersey, was first established in 1906, and since then, the nonprofit organization has grown to the point of becoming the largest shelter group in the state of New Jersey. Furthermore, the Associated Humane Society also operates a sanctuary founded in 1977 called Popcorn Park. The park, which has even officially been classified as a zoo, is reserved to protect all of those animals that have experienced a hard life, whether it has to do with the injuries, abuse, or simply being old age. The organization's official website states it's their mission to prevent cruelty to all animals, primarily in New Jersey, but also in the rest of the United States. Of course, in order to do so, they need the help of countless people who share a deep love for animals. People like Megan Lynch, for example. So going back to the main point, let's continue with our story. It was the morning of August 29, 2018. Lynch went into work at the shelter, as she did every single day. However, upon her arrival, she noticed something was off. There was a cardboard box by the road nearby the shelter where she works. The caring woman knew nothing good could come out of an abandoned cardboard box. So concerned and a bit hesitant, Lynch got closer to the box and decided to open it. What she saw next touched her heart. As the flaps of the box unfolded, the image of a dog in a poor condition started to reveal. Lynch knew she had to act fast, as she didn't know for how long the poor creature had been in there. What was more worrying, though, is the fact that during that day, the heat was quite high. It was a particularly hot summer's day, and the puppy had to suffer through that. At first, Lynch wasn't sure if the puppy was alive. In fact, in an interview with ABC News, she claimed to have thought the helpless creature was deceased, partly because of the smell emanating from her body. However, she later saw the puppy gasping for air and realized she was still alive. But within the box, there was something else. As Lynch took a better look, she noticed that there was a scrap of paper lying underneath the dog, and it turned out to be a note that read the following: "Hello. Found this poor thing at a cleaning job. No idea what to do. Thought maybe you would know. Found in Howell. Thank you for your help." Marketing Office Coordinator at the Associated Humane Society, Kim Tambora, talked to the dodo and explained how she thought leaving the dog there was neglectful. If you went into a house to do a cleaning job and you saw that, you'd call the police, she said. But you wouldn't come here with somebody else's dog from their house, concluded. Either way, the action was done, so all that was left to do was to rush and provide the animal with the best care possible. Lynch took the dog into the shelter where minutes later, members of the AHS assessed her. After being inspected, vets learned that the dog was a apricot poodle mixed breed. However, it was initially hard to tell due to the matted and dirty fur on her body. Unfortunately, that was not all they learned. In addition to the bad state in which the dog was, there were some internal problems as well. The dog, which was later renamed Hallie, was also suffering from cataracts, leaving her without sight. And as if things could not get worse, she also had a urinary tract infection. It was clear her previous owner had kept her under the worst conditions, but things were about to get better, as Hallie was now in the hands of people who cared about animals and were going to do their best to make her feel as comfortable as possible. Now, Hallie turned out to be a senior dog, approximately 9 to 10 years old. Therefore, it was of vital importance to treat the canine very carefully. Vets didn't feel comfortable with applying anesthesia in order to groom her, mostly because of her advanced age. So they decided to do things slowly and very carefully. According to the AHS's assessment, Hallie had at least a year's worth of overgrown fur. In other words, she'd been neglected for quite a while. Nevertheless, it was all about to become something from the past as the caring members of the AHS team took care of her. After being groomed and given some TLC, the sweet old dog both looked and felt much better. And as days happened, she started to go back to normal, proving that way that there was still life in her. Her carers were surprised at how much she was adapting to her new place and were grateful that they could make that possible. Currently, Hallie is doing much better and awaiting for the family to take her and give her all their love.